Hello everyone, can you hear me? All right, perfect. So as you can see on the left, you have the chat, then you have polls and then questions. So chat, when I'm gonna ask you questions like, can you hear me, please answer there. Then for the polls, it will mainly be questions. I'm going to ask you 3 questions that I'm going to ask during the presentation. And then the questions part with like a question mark, it's for you guys to ask questions. We're just gonna wait 5 more minutes to have more people on board, and then we're gonna start. Just so you know, this webinar will be recorded, and we'll send it to you afterwards, just in case you couldn't hear me well or you need to say it again. All right, 2 more minutes. Just so you know, I'll give all of this information again by the end, but if you have more questions to ask, you can email us at support@swapcard.com. And we'll be on site as well during the event to help you if you have any questions. All right, 1 more minute and then we're good to go. Is GITEX 2019, and you can use this link that I'm going to send to download it. However, that's what I'm going to explain. You don't have access yet. Yes, you can download it on iPhone and Android. You can click on the link I just sent if you want. It's actually visible, Mangesh. I already downloaded it. Use the link I just sent you. You'll find both the link for Android and iOS. All right, so it's 10:01, so we're gonna start the webinar. Okay, we are good to go. Okay, so my name is Andrea. I'm the product manager for GITEX 2019. Today, we're gonna go over the exhibitor guide that you've already received. I'm also going to show you how to use the user web app and the exhibitor web app. I'll tell you how to log in, how to send connection requests, how to send meeting requests, and I'll be able to answer some of your questions. Since there are a lot of you, I won't be able to answer everything, but as I said, you can just send an email to support@swapcard.com and we'll do our best to reply to you guys. All right. So let's start. I'm gonna share my screen to you guys. Can you tell me if you see everything? Do you see my screen? All right, thank you. So let's start with the GITEX app guide. So I think that saved it. If not, we'll send it with the video as well. First of all, why should you get the app? So GITEX, the organizers, decided to provide the lead retrieval with the app. So on the app, you'll find the list of all the attendees, the list of all the companies, all the exhibitors. You'll find all the speakers. You'll be able to use it to scan the badges of the people, to send invitation requests and meeting requests. And with it, you'll be able to export and qualify all of your leads. So let's get to that. How to log in. So first of all, only the people who registered to the event, it means that only the people who have a badge can log in to the app. So when I say the app, there's a web app and a mobile app. As long as you're registered, you're going to receive an invitation email. So these haven't been sent out yet. I know that here on the guide, it says second week of September. We're on the third week. It's all fault. You're going to get them normally by the end of the week. Once you get this link, you'll have a button that says prepare my event or log in to the GITEX app, whatever. When you click on this button, it will give you access to your account. On the first connection, you'll have to choose your password. Once you've chosen your password, you'll then have access to everything in the app. I know that some of you guys already downloaded the app because you're curious and you already looked for it, and you probably created your account already. So what happened to you guys is the following. So you just went on the platform, you put your name, last name, and you define your password. But then when you connected, there was no event. Once the invitation email will be sent out, no worries, you'll find the GITEX event there. For the others, once the invitation email have been sent, and if you're correctly registered, you just go on the web app. So either login.swapcard.com or gitex.login.swapcard.com. It's the same. Once you're on that page or on the mobile app, you just enter the email address with which you registered to the event, and then it will send you an email again. And in that email, there will be a link to connect to your account. So there are several ways to connect, but every time it goes through your email address, sorry. Is everything clear regarding the connection part? Let me just take the question. All right. For those who have some issues with the sharing screen, no worries, everything is recorded. So you'll still be able to see it by the end. It's probably because of the connections, your internet connections. Okay, let's continue. Once you're logged in, you now have access to the event. So when you're in the web app, as you can see, you'll have access to different buttons. One button is the home button, messages, notifications, contacts, and my profile. So these are the 5 main buttons that are for all of the events. Then, as you can see here, there can be more buttons that lead to the different information that we can find in the event. So usually it's the attendees list, the exhibitor list, the program, the speakers, the interactive map, website, etc. Let's go through this. I'm going quick on this because I'm going to show you how it's done directly on the web app later. Now, for the app badge scanning, so it's the most important part for you guys. You'll see that on the app, there will be a little camera icon on the bottom right corner. So when you click on that icon, it will open the scan. So when you click on QR code, you'll have to show either the code that's on the person you're speaking with app, or you'll have to show, you will be able to scan the badge. So the badges during the event will be like that. And with the badge scanning of the app, you'll be able to scan these codes, these barcodes. And when you scan someone, then you directly save the profile. And when the profile is saved, it looks like that. So you're able to see if there are meeting requests because you connected before or whatever. But what's most important is that you'll be able to qualify the person you just scanned. So you'll be able to add a score, 1 out of 5. So the scoring part is important because it really depends how you plan on communicating after the event. If you rate a lead 5 stars, well, it means that this lead is worth being called by your sales team. If it's just 1 star, maybe it means that this lead should only receive a mass communication campaign. The tags and the notes are also used to better qualify your leads. So with the tags, you'll be able to say this person is into one product, maybe one industry, maybe one type of person. And once you add the tags, once you enter a tag once, you don't have to enter it again. Then you can just select it in your list of tags. And for the notes is whatever else information you'd like to add of the contact. Then you can see that the context when you met that person. So, September 16 with the event GITEX Technology Week 2019. So this is it for the badge scanning. Normally, everyone who's an exhibitor and who has access to the exhibitor team has access to the exhibitor lead. If that's not the case, please email us at support@swapcard.com. And like I said earlier, only the people who have a badge can have access to this. Along with the badge scanning, you'll also be able to scan business cards. So just one advice: when you scan a business card, if the business card is white, please put a black background behind. If the business card is dark, please put a light background behind. It will work much better. So when you scan a business card, the app is going to extract the different contact details that are on the card. It's also going to take a picture of the business cards. So let's say you've scanned the badge of a person, but also a business card of that person. In the app, everything will be merged so that you don't have many contacts that are the same when you do your export. The same way, it's the same way if several people in your team scan the same person and put different tags and notes, everything will be merged so that nothing is lost. So this is it for the badge scanning. You'll see that on the app, there's a button called My Visit. I'll show you later again, but in My Visit, you'll be able to see your schedule, all your meetings, and all the people you've met during the event. How to send meeting requests? Well, I'm going to do a live demonstration later, so I'm gonna jump later on that. The exhibitor area. So to access the exhibitor area, just click on your name on the web app or on your profile when you're on the mobile app and click on exhibitor area. It will always open an internet page, even if you're on the mobile app. On the exhibitor area, first of all, you'll see a screen that says welcome to Swapcard for Teams or GITEX for Teams. And then you'll see that what you can do with this area. When you click on next, it will ask if you want to share your contact with your team. So I advise you to say yes. And I think that by default for GITEX, it will be yes anyway. One thing that's important is that for GITEX, only the administrator of the team area will be able to export all the data that have been retrieved by the different cells. All right, can you guys see me again? All right, sorry for that. Connection is a bit tricky. All right, so I'm just gonna answer that last question. We will send you all the contacts at the end, and you'll also be the administrator of the exhibitor area will also be able to export the data. So I'm going to show you how it. Yes, this session will be recorded and sent to you afterward. No worries. I'm going to send you to show you now how it looks like on the web app. So this page is in French because my browser is in French, but obviously yours will be in English. So when you click on gitex.login.swapcard.com or in the emails that will be sent to you guys, here's what you're gonna have access to. So when you're on this page, you just put your email address with which you registered to the event. It's gonna get recognized, and then you put your password. And then you have access to the event. Obviously, you'll also have access to GITEX Future Store, but I'm only gonna do the demonstration on GITEX Technology Week. So, when you click on the event, you'll see here you have different buttons. So like I said earlier, you have the home button, the messages, notification, and contacts. Here you have different access, so your profile if you want to edit it, your exhibitor area, settings to change the language, for example, resource center if you have question, and or support. So if you click on attendees, you'll be able to see the list of all the attendees. You will have filters here to select who you want to speak with. And you can also look for people here with the name. Here you'll find all the speakers. Here all the exhibitors. Here you'll find the program. And here in the My Visit button, you'll find your schedule. You'll find your meetings and meeting requests, your networking. I mean, the people you've connected with. And here the companies that you bookmarked. I'm going to show you first how to send a connection request. So if you want to send a connection request, you go to attendees. Then let's say you go to one profile that looks interesting to you. And here on the right, you'll be able to see send a connection request. So you can just write a little message. Hey, let's meet. And then you can send your connection request. Unless that person accepts your connection request, you will not see his email address, his contact details, whatever. And that's the same for that person. Then if you want to send a meeting request, you go to a person. And here you can select a time slot. So you'll see that depending on who, on the profile you're on, you won't be able to send meeting requests. It's because the the organization of the event only wants certain type of people to send meeting requests to the other types of people. It doesn't mean that you cannot meet during the event. You can do so by just sending a connection request, but you cannot do a proper meeting request. So if you want to do a meeting request, a proper one, you select a time slot. So there will be more, but I just put these ones for the example. You select a time slot, then you select a location. So different locations will be available. You'll have the connection launch where you'll be able to choose tables, but you'll also be able to choose a location to be determined later. And if you're an exhibitor, you'll be able to select your booth as a location. And a visitor who's taking a meeting with an exhibitor will also be able to select the booth of the exhibitor. So once you've selected the table, the location, you put a little message, hey, let's meet during GITEX, and you click on send meeting request. And then here you can see that the meeting request is pending. What's important is that if you want, you can put yourself as unavailable during some time slots. So if you want to put yourself unavailable, you go to My Visit, then you go to My Meetings, and here you can see that I have several meeting requests. So one that I have received and I can confirm or decline. Several that I have sent myself that are pending. And here I can see that there are other time slots that are left open for the moment. I can make them unavailable if I want so that people aren't able to send me meeting requests at those times. Just click on make unavailable. Okay? And then if in the end you're available, you can just click on make available to become available again. Just gonna check on you guys again. Is everything okay? Seems like it is. Look at the questions. Okay, I'll answer to your questions later, guys. All right, everything is still good, guys? Can you still hear me and see me? Okay, perfect. All right, so this was for the meetings. I'm going to show you now. So for the meetings, just one thing, you can access them as a person in your My Visit area. But it's possible that sometimes, since you're an exhibitor, people book a meeting with your company instead of booking a meeting with the person in your company. Let's see how it looks like. So I'm gonna book a meeting here. So this is Swapcard, so this is my company, and I can manage the meetings of my company here. If I go to another company to book a meeting, I can select meeting slots here directly. I don't have to go to the team member. If I go to the team member and send a meeting request here, Zishan will receive the meeting request. But if I do it on his company, all the team members will receive the meeting request, and they will have to accept it either as a company, or they will have to accept it and attribute this meeting to a person. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So now this was for the user part. What everyone can see, but now I'm going to show you what exhibitors can see. So you just need to click on Exhibitor area here to open it. So when you connect to the exhibitor area for the first time, I'm just gonna go to the good one, GITEX. When you connect to the exhibitor area for the first time, you'll see this. Andrea, you're a member of Swapcard, so your company, an exhibitor or a partner of GITEX Technology Week 2019. This interface helps you to manage your team and gather contacts made by its members. So you'll be able to share the contacts, see your exhibitor details, and see all of your team members. So when you click on next, then you click on yes, I share my contacts. And then you have access to your area. So here you'll be able to see your team members. The shared contacts are only available to the administrator. The exhibitor details and the meetings. Also the settings, but there's nothing much there. So here in the team members, you'll see that when there is a check mark, it means that that person is sharing his or her contact. You'll also be able to delete someone from your team or to add a new member. So if I want to add a member, I just type in his or her email address. And I just added a new member to my team. So just so you know, when you do that, when you add a member like that, it gives access to that person to the event on the app. But it's really important. Even if they have access to the event on the app, it doesn't mean that they will have access on site. If a person doesn't have a badge, they won't get in the event. And if a person doesn't have a badge, they won't have access to the event on the app unless you add them as a team member like that. Okay? So, if you're not the I'm going to show you here on the shared contact. So, no, on the members, sorry. Here you will be able to see who's the admin. It will be written like that. So you'll have your team members and you'll have admin next to it. It's not possible to change the admin. So that's why we will send you your contacts at the end of the event. That way we are sure that everyone got them. But otherwise, the administrator will also be able to export them. Let me see. And if you're not the administrator and you click on Shared Connection, you'll see this page. Unfortunately, you haven't access. Only administrators can view and export members' contacts. Then, if you're the administrator, you can go on Shared Contacts, and here you will see all the contacts that your team has made during the event. You'll be able to export them, and once you export them, you'll get a file like this one. So you have first name, last name, job title, second job title, company, email, mobile phone, landline, website, everything that's in the person's profile. And here you'll be able to see the tags, the notes, and it doesn't show here, but you'll also have here the ratings, the 1 to 5 stars. And you can see when that person was met, when she was met, and you'll see, and this is important for you guys, who met them. So you'll be able to see who in your team made that connection. Okay, guys? Here in the exhibitor details part, you'll be able to update your logo if you want. You'll be able to update your name, to change your description, to add your social media, put your website and your address. And here in your meetings, you'll be able to see all the meetings of your team members. So you can export all of the meetings, but you can also accept them here. See, so this one, it's me, Andrea, who did the meeting request for Loreline. But if I click on it, I can cancel it if I want. And if I receive a meeting request from someone else, I will be able to accept it here and to say that I want, let's say I receive a connection request from Loreline instead of me sending the connection request. Loreline did the connection request to my company, not to Andrea. So when I will click here, I will be able to say, Andrea to meet Loreline, or Ines, who is also in Swapcard, will be able to meet Loreline or Godofra or whatever. When it's meeting request that you get, you're able to say who is going to meet that person. But you're also able to say no one is going to see that person. That person is just coming to our booth, and then we'll see on the spot who's meeting that person. You'll see it's really simple. You just need to click around a little. It's quite self-explanatory, and everything is explained on the user guide as well. As you can see here, you can just click and cancel appointment, assign an appointment request to a member, etc., etc. So this was for the team area. just going to show you one more thing. If you need to update your profile, so go to My Profile. And then here you're able to edit it. So you can edit your first name, last name, job title, other title, subcard, your company. Then you can change your skills if you want. You can edit your biography, social media, your contact details. And here you can find everything again. And here you can add your company. So obviously you will already be linked to your company as an exhibitor, but here the company part is a little bit different. It's just so that we can, it's not automatic. You need to do it. So let's say I'm part of Swapcard. I'm just going to look for Swapcard. Here I see that it's there. So I just need to click on it. If I think that the company is, that the, sorry, not the, that the information here are not good, I can ask to become the admin of the description to have the right to change the information. Okay? And then it will look like that on your profile. Okay. So I think I've said everything I wanted to say regarding the user interface and the exhibitor team area. I'm gonna move to your question, guys. So I'm gonna go from the beginning. And just so you know, guys, I'm just gonna answer today to the questions that that affect everyone. If you have questions that affect only you guys or your company, please email us at support@swapcard.com. I can't answer all of your questions individually today because we are 100 right now, so not possible. All right. So we have a question from Abhishek Nagar who says, haven't got an email on GITEX networking app. It's normal, you'll get the email by the end of the week. In this email, you'll find the link. You'll always have links to connect to your profile. These links are available for 48 hours. If a link, if you click on the link and it says that it's expired, you can just put your email address again to receive a new link. Here. All right. So how to download the app? So I think. Okay, so how to download the app? I already shared you a link earlier. I'm gonna share it again. It's this link, https www.swapcard.com/GITEX. And basically, when you click on that link, it will open this window. And if you open that link on your mobile phone, it will directly show you the App Store or Google Play for you to download the app. And you can also access the web app from here. See, this is the app on the App Store. And this is the app on Google Play. Then, is it possible to enable GITEX delegates to book a meeting team? Yes, it's possible. Okay, so for people who want to organize demonstrations, just so you know, you can only have one-on-one meetings on the app. I mean, people can book meetings with the company directly, so you can have more people at the same time, but you won't be able to send a message to everyone or to all the delegates or to all the visitors saying, hey, we organize demonstrations on our booth, please come and meet us. You cannot do group messages on the app, and you guys cannot send notifications. Only the organizer can do it. So guys, the people who are asking me for the event code, you don't need an event code. Right now, it says, please enter the event code because the event isn't live yet. Once the invitation email will be sent out, you'll just need to connect to your account to have access to the event. You won't need the event code. Event code will only be shared on site during the event for people who really can't access the email address and who need to access the event right away. If I run some sessions in my exhibitor area, can I publish the session schedule in our exhibitor area on the app so that delegates can book a slot using the app beforehand? If I run some session in my exhibitor area, can I publish the session schedule? So I don't think it's possible to do what you're saying here, but basically anyone going on your company's profile, so it's to say anyone going here. Sorry, I'm just gonna go back to it. Anyone going on a company's profile will be able to see all the meeting slots that are still available to the company. So that's the only way for you guys to book meetings during the event for now. Then we had 2 questions. So we have 4 staff at the booth and at the event planner. I can see all the leads from the team. All the leads splits across the team as after the event. Okay. Administrator of the you'll be able to see all the leads scanned by your team. If you're not the administrator, you won't be able to see them. Can you tell me how to download the app? So I already answered that question. Alex, will there be someone to show the team how to use the app during the event? Yes, we'll be on site. We'll have a team of almost 10% on site. We'll have several booths so that you can come and see us to ask your questions. But to be fair, please send them the recording of this session and send them the event guide as well. It will be much easier if they can have a look at it beforehand. This app can be used for everyone who will be in the stand and the login will be the same. No. So it can be used to everyone who's on the booth, but the login detail, the credentials are different. Everyone has different credentials. So the credentials are always the email address with which you register to the event and then the password that you will create once you log in for the first time. So every time it will be different. Email address have to be different because if you registered by mistake with the same email address for, let's say, 5 person, only one account will be created and all the information of the 5 person will be mixed up on that account. So it's a mistake. If that happens, please contact us. If you can't access the event once the invitation email have been sent, please contact us. But always one email address equals one account. Do you have GDPR rules? Yes, we do. Actually, when people register to the event, they have to accept GITEX general condition of utilization, and or GDPR is included there. You can see more about GDPR also on www.swapcard.com. We are GDPR compliance, and so you can find all of these informations there in the registration formula if you need them. Currently, I don't see GITEX when I log in. It's because, like I said, the event isn't live yet. You'll need to wait before the invitation or event are sent. Attendees list, is it complete one? Yes, the attendees list is complete. You'll be able to see the attendees of GITEX and the attendees of GITEX Future Star as well. How many people can access the app from one company? Well, as many people, you can have as many people on site. So the people who have a badge normally should already have access to the app once the invitation email are sent. But if you want, you can add more company member like I showed you earlier. Event code, so I already answered that one. We'll have multiple people at the booth. We'll do the badge scans. How can we identify which areas can the contact? We have a master account which we can attach sub accounts. So like I said earlier, since when you log into the app, it's with a different account every time. You'll be able to see who scanned who when you export your contacts in here in the column owners. That's why it's really important that you guys always connect with your account and not with someone else's account to the app. Otherwise, it won't be possible for you guys to track who connected with whom. Okay. And do we have a master account with which we can attach sub accounts? So that's what I showed earlier. When you're on the exhibitor team area, you can add more members if you want. So it's not really master account and save account, but at least you can have one account per person. For the exhibitor meetings, can we have one too many meetings? Okay, so no, that's what I said earlier. It's not possible at the moment. Probably will be in the future, but it's not something we wanted to do this time. However, like I said, people can book a meeting with the company directly, not with a person. We have access. We have to access it as a company or individual. You have access. You have to access as an individual, and then you have access. When you access as an individual, you'll see your company details. Register for GITEX means exhibitor badges registration rights. So only people who have exhibitor badges can use this app, right? Okay, so no. Yeah, for you guys, exhibitors, it means that you need exhibitor badges registration, yes. But everyone who has a badge to access the event, so the delegates, the visitors, speakers, VIPs, students, media, whatever, all of them can use the app. But then there are some restrictions depending on who's using the app. You guys, as exhibitors, you'll be able to do whatever you want. But let's say, for instance, students, they won't be able to book meetings with anyone. Like there are restrictions like that. Just want to clarify, one, only people with badge registered can download and get the login of the app, right? Yes, exactly, unless you add members to your team. But remember, if you add members to your team, these people will only have access to the app, but they won't have access to the event. They will have to scan the badge. Can I be the one who master control all scan data and they cannot access to other scan data, right? Well, I think that normally all the people here connected to this webinar should be the administrators. So normally, yes, you guys will be able to see all the contacts and export them. Like I said, it's not possible to export to change who's the administrator. Basically, the contact that we took as administrator is the contact that your company gave to the sales team of GITEX, and so that's who we put as administrator. Can I know who scanned the badge? So yes, I answered that one already. How to get a badge? Well, if you want a badge, you need to register on gitex.com. Or if you're an exhibitor on your exhibitor area on GITEX. Haven't got an email of GITEX networking app. It's because it hasn't been set yet. Do I, as the admin, need to create the company time slots, or can the team do this? Okay, so company time slots will be created by me. So the organizer chose when you guys can have meetings. Basically, you'll be able to have meetings from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. So from the beginning of the event to the end of the event every day. And meetings will be 30 minutes every time. Where is the link of networking app? So I just put the link here in chat. I just put it again. And please ask your questions in questions. I won't be able to go back all the way in the chat. How do we set an admin user in the app? So I just explained that. To create the profiles, can we use email addresses that did not register for GITEX? Yes, it's possible. So when you do it, when you're on the exhibitor area, you go to members and you want to add a member, but that person didn't register to GITEX, you can add someone who isn't in the event. So it means that you will give access to that person to the event on the app. I really emphasize the on the app. Doesn't mean that they will have access on site. So if you tell me that you have hostesses on the booth, normally they will have a badge because they cannot enter the premises without badge. Can we download the attendees sheet? No, you can't. And you won't be able to see the attendees details unless you're connected to them, or unless you've done a meeting with them, or unless you scan them. It's because of GDPR. I am an exhibitor and I added 15 members. Whatever they are doing any activity, it will directly show me, and all my members have the same access. I'm in set meetings. Yes, you'll be able to see everything, and they will be able to do everything as well. The attendees and exhibitor details will already be available in the app. We just have to scan to know who visited our stand. Okay, so no, not at all. It's just what I said. You won't be able to see any contact details. That's why the scan is really important for you guys. It's not only to see who came to your booth. It's to get email addresses, phone details, extra. No one can just download all the contact details of all the people attending the event. And if we see that someone is scripting or sending too many, like a really high amount of meeting requests, like thousands, we're gonna block that account and block the company, and you'll have problem. Well, I guess no one is gonna do that, but we have means to know if people do that, so please don't do it. As an exhibitor, I'm not able to see my company details. Can you teach me one more time on schedule meeting and access an exhibitor? So Mangesh, can you please refer to the exhibitor details and to this recording when I send it, please? And if you really can't access your company details, please send us an email at support@swapcard.com so that we can reply to you. Danish, one more thing. When we try to send connection request, there's a limit of the text. Will you please increase more character space? Okay, so Danish, you can send a connection request or a meeting space, a meeting request. Put a short text, and then you'll be able to send more messages. It's more relevant to send like a small one and send more after than to do a big one, and we won't be able to increase the size anyway. And then we have the last question, and then this session will be over. And if you have more questions, please direct them at support@swapcard.com. So this question is, when I entered the admin account email registered with GITEX to join the event from the web app, I get the following message. The email you entered is linked to the current account. Please try another one. Can you please email that to support@swapcard.com, since it's an individual thing, and it will be easier if I have more information and if you give me the email and everything. Okay, so people who say, when do we have access? You'll have access by the end of the week normally. Yes, you'll all receive an email separately to download the app. You'll also get this recording and the exhibitor guide again. How to add a member? Yes, I can show you that again really quickly. Oh yeah, the email address for the support, it's this one. You'll see anyway when you're connected on your account that you can find the support. And how to add a member, so I'm going to show you quickly again. So when you're on your profile, you go to Exhibitor area. Then you go to members. Oops. And then you just click on add a member, and you can put the email address of the person you'd like to add. And that's it. All right. So I'm just gonna ask you guys quick questions. So first question is, which CRM are you using? Can you please answer really quickly? It's for us to know, because right now the only way for you guys to put your contact details in your CRM will be to export your contacts and then to re-import them. But if we see that many people are asking for the same CRM integration, maybe we'll be able to do developments with these companies. I'm also going to ask you, what's your main reason for attending GITEX? And if you've already used an event application before. And yes, it's a replacement for the Conduco app. Just asking the last question. And yes, I will send this recording. All right. So thank you guys for attending. I'm really glad to see that many people registered and came to attend to this webinar. It will help us to support on site. And if you have any question, like I said, please contact support@swapcard.com. We will answer you. We usually answer in 24 hours. So that's it. And please always speak in English. We don't speak Arabic yet. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in 3 weeks on site. Bye-bye. And yes, there's another call tomorrow if you want to do the presentation again. The call tomorrow will be at 2 p.m. Dubai time. Yes. All right. See you guys.